Hey everybody, Felix Staffelbaker here. I just wanted to make a quick case for voice and why I believe social media will aim to pivot users away from platforms and towards protocols. I think that this will happen mainly because of market timing. Now, what do I mean by market timing? The U.S. has about to implement the Fair Ads Act, and basically that is giving anybody who posts on any sort of digital media, they have to declare that they are running a political ad. They have to declare that what they're doing is some type of advertisement, and this goes back all the way to what happened during the 2016 election, where, other countries were running things and influencing things. So this is a way that the U.S. is going to combat that, and Voice will implement this on day one by having all this in place. I also think that with market timing, we have to look at the stock to flow model for Bitcoin. And with this coming out a few months ahead of the stock to flow model increasing in Bitcoin, where instead of 1,800 Bitcoins a day, there's only 900 a day being produced, this is going to cause a mad demand for things like Bitcoin, and money will just flow from the smart people into EOS and things like Voice pretty regularly. Also, the regulators for Voice. So Block One is the only crypto company that is actively seeking out members of the government, and from what I understand, they used money that they had raised pre-ICO sale to go basically worldwide, every jurisdiction, and to make sure that what they were doing would be compliant. And there's no other blockchain company doing that. And the Brendan Bloomer and Dan Larimer both have gone to the SEC, and they've put their input in, and they've worked hand in hand with the Cooley law firm in order to make a very smooth transition into crypto and bringing it to the public in a legal fashion. And I think a lot of people discount that and don't understand that how big that actually is. I also think that the market timing for this is perfect because we have the U.S. elections coming up in 2020. And with this Voice coming out in beta on Valentine's Day 2020, what we could end up seeing is a mock parallel election ran on the blockchain, on Voice, using verified identification that you'll be required to have a Voice account. And, it may only get 3% of the total people who actually vote in the election to vote on the parallel blockchain election, but that would give a sample size for people in the government, moving forward, to be able to say, hey, maybe voting machines aren't necessarily needed. You could just vote from your phone. And I think that would bring up engagement for elections, multiples of percentages. If only 40 to 60% of people voted in elections, this could bring it up to 85, 90 easily. I think that using the Real ID, you'll have to be able to verify yourself, who you are, and once that happens, you'll be tied to your account on Voice. And this is one of those things where you only get one shot, if you try to scam somebody, you know, you will only get one chance, and then everyone will know you're a scammer. I also think that the market timing is perfect with this, because we've seen YouTube do a test purge on many YouTube accounts to be able to, censor their videos. And a lot of people were outraged, rightfully so, and they all were calling for a decentralized blockchain version of, YouTube, of Twitter, of all that stuff. And Voice happens to just be that, and it's coming along right at the right time. So I think anybody not taking a serious look at what Block One is doing with Voice will make critical errors and going forward, because this is going to be the future, and not very many see it. Even still, I'm just seeing so much negativity towards Voice, towards Block One, towards EOS, and I think that they're going to be sadly mistaken in the very near future. So this is why I think that Voice will be huge. Stoffel Baker out.